Tim, and welcome to Fashion Exposed. So you just presented Connect with Your Customer, a social media presentation at Fashion Exposed, and one of the big key questions was, who is my target market? You mentioned how so many businesses, they don't know who they are, and it's not just about she's 25 to 35 and is a mum at home. What's some of the questions we need to ask to find more about who our customer is?
I think in this day and age you need to look at who your customer is, and you need to know it in minute detail. So rebuild your customer. So sit down with a blank piece of paper and say, if I had to build my ideal customer, tell me every single detail about their life. Once you can do that in implicit detail, you can then find the ways to connect with them and find 10,000 more like them. But you need to know everything from every aspect of when they wake up to go to sleep at night, so you can't have too much detail.
And that will also answer other questions like, when do I post, how many posts do I have?
Yeah. It drives the entire social media strategy. As soon as you know who you're targeting, you can go about working out which platform will be best for what aspect of that targeting. But know the customer first, and the rest becomes very, very simple.
Does it come down to asking questions on Facebook or Twitter or in your store? Like, how do you ask those sort of questions?
Absolutely. In-store has an advantage because you've got people coming in to talk to them. People like to tell them about themselves. They actually love it. Online as well. If the customer feels like you're trying to connect and make their life better by wanting to do a better job for them, they will love to connect with you. So make sure that you just be honest, be open, talk to them about what you're trying to do. People respond really well.
What are some of the keys to connecting with your community? Because you said that there's a few different platforms. Should you be on all of them? What are some of those keys?
There's an art form to it, but let's look at the overriding thing. You want to be seen as a trusted friend. If you can get to that position, everything else falls in place. But if you can think of one thing, how do I be more a trusted friend to my community than anyone else in the world? If you can do that, your social media is going to be a very, very powerful tool.
So it's like another word of mouth kind of tool.
It is the ultimate word of mouth tool.
And do you think you should share a lot of content from other people in similar industries, like-minded industries as you, if you don't have time to write content and things like that?
Absolutely. You want to try and integrate as many people that can add value to your customer. Not about you, about your customer. If you can find someone else you can get to that can help write blogs or cross-promote or share content that is going to help your customer in what they're trying to achieve, that's what we want to do. Connect with as many people that can help your customer's life as possible.
And why is your product not enough? What's the alternative to just posting products and sales?
Everyone's doing it. Yep. Everyone's doing it. There's so many like products. Like, you might have a whiz-bang thing this season, but tomorrow it's not the whiz-bang thing. It's out of style, whatever. But if you've got a brand that people love to connect with and feel trusted, it's the ultimate position to sell any product.
You mentioned that taking a leadership role is crucial to your brand. Why, and what's the message? Why are we so afraid to take risks?
Most businesses don't like change. They just want to do what everyone else is doing, so it makes us feel comfortable. But the businesses that are extremely successful, they look at their customer and go, how can I make their lives better? How can I lead? And they try things. They try again until they find something that no one else is offering their customer. And when they get that position, it's not only great for their business, but the profitability is transformed.
Social media is not just another way for you to advertise your brand as well. What are some of the posts that we should consider that aren't just advertorials?
Yeah. You don't want to just spam people with sales and what you're doing about you. This is about the customer. Everything you put on there should be, how do I make their life better? If you can do that, then people will want to know more about your products, and that's your opportunity to sell into your networks. But until you've developed that level of trust, just don't do it. You're treating them as a sales tool, not a friend.
Should you put them in every now and then? So
Absolutely.
Sort of like integrate them in between other posts?
Absolutely, and if you're new to social media and you're just building up your community, instead of doing it in a way of just buy this, you might run a competition that alludes to a sale. So someone wins a prize, but that's on the day that the sale actually opens. So you build a little campaign around getting everyone involved where you've invested with a prize, but then you can also announce, okay, the prize has been won, now the sale begins.
So then I guess it just comes back to that old strategic planning.
100%. If you're not strategic, you're dead.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Absolute pleasure.